guys, welcome to the Beauty Dish. Today I'm reviewing another rose fragrance for my series, A Dozen Roses. I'm trying to review 12 rose scents by Valentine's Day. This is my third one, and it is Evening Rose by Aerin. Aerin is Aerin Lauder, the granddaughter of the iconic Estee Lauder, and in 2011 she launched her own lifestyle brand under the Estee Lauder empire, and it is called Aerin. So they make makeup and home decorating stuff and fragrance. So in 2013 she launched 5 scents, and one of them was Evening Rose. Evening Rose is a blackberry cognac rose. It's a lush, fruity rose that seems soaked in sweet creme de cassis rather than that alcoholic burn that you might get with just cognac. The heart notes are Rose centifolia and Bulgarian Rose Absolute, which create a very high quality rose scent that seems rich and boozy one second, yet light and kind of sprightly the next second. It's sort of a contrast in rich and sheer all at the same time. The rose lasts and turns kind of ambery in the dry down. Incense is mentioned as a base note, but I really don't get that smoky, churchy incense sensation at all. Rather, I get kind of a nice, comfortable, light musk under that ambery rose. I really like Evening Rose, and I think it's easy to wear pretty much any time. It doesn't feel like a formal scent, but it's also not casual jeans and a t-shirt scent. I think it's nice if you want a really true, rich rose that isn't too dark and too dramatic. It actually reminds me a lot of the rose of Lady Vengeance that I reviewed in my first Dozen Roses review, and that'll be linked in the About box. It's that same sort of fruity rose, but it doesn't have that patchouli note underneath. It also sort of reminds me of Ballet Rouge, which was my previous rose review, except it lacks all that earthy, gorgeous chypre, modern chypre base. It's such a happy medium of a rose. There really is a lot to like about Evening Rose, but there's still something missing for me. It's like it's missing some sort of heart, some juiciness, some passion. For the really high price tag, it also seems to be lacking a sort of creative spark. It doesn't have something that makes it truly distinctive. Like I said, it reminds me of a lot of other rose scents, even not just the 2 that I mentioned. Lacking that quirk, that spark, that creative push that I want in a high-end designer scent. The price is $110 for 50 mils. I mean, if you sample it and you fall in love with it, I think you'll be very happy. It is truly, truly versatile. I do think it's extremely feminine. I don't think it goes to the unisex masculine side at all, but that's purely my own perception. I get a solid 8 hours of really nice, vivid fragrance, and it doesn't have a lot of wild twists as the scent progresses, but you know, you get those boozy top notes, the really rich rose, and then the rose turns a little ambery musky in the dry down. It's nice, it's an enjoyable progression, and it really does last well. I think any season you could wear this. I started wearing my sample in the summer, and I've worn it into the winter, and it kind of works. It kind of works for any occasion. I think it's a little too feminine, and it does have a sensuality, a little too much so for the office, but then again, that's just my opinion. It doesn't have massive projection, but at the same time I don't have to go straight to my wrist to be able to smell it. I can still smell it around me a little bit, but the projection is definitely polite. I think it would be safe in crowded spaces as long as you don't overspray. I get plenty of, you know, projection and longevity from a spray on each wrist, and that's it. All in all, I really like Evening Rose, and I've worn it so many times since I got my sample from Nordstrom, kind of wishing that it would just get me, and it doesn't. It's not the kind of perfume that I feel so addicted to that I need to shell out $110 for a 50 ml. Although the bottles, if you haven't seen them, are absolutely stunningly gorgeous, so much so that it kind of makes me feel like more of my money is going to the bottle than the actual perfume, but I don't know, who am I to say? So while I like Evening Rose, it's just not special enough. Although it's a gorgeous scent, it's well made, and I think it's a rose that could really please a lot of people. A happy medium. So that's my review of Evening Rose by Aerin. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you will subscribe so you don't miss all the other rose reviews and other fragrance videos that I have coming. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful fragrant day.